What's up, everybody? It's your boys Cam and T back again with another episode of the Cam and T podcast. I am your co-host, Tony T. Tom West. If you're all watching this on YouTube, go ahead and hit the video button or that like button. Go ahead and get that out. Also, as well, go ahead and give a 5-star rating if you're on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you listen to your podcast at. I am your co-host, Tony T. Tom West. We got my brother from another mother, Cam. Happy Tuesday. Happy podcast day, brother. How do you do?
Happy Pod Day, bro. I'm good, man. I'm doing good, man. I can't complain at all. How about you?
I can't complain, bro. I'm doing pretty good. In a really good mood today. Glad to get after it, man. We got a really good show, man. Had a really good weekend in Charlotte. We're gonna get into it, man. I had a really good weekend. And yeah, I had a good time. I had a good time this weekend, and we're gonna talk ball and have a good time tonight. So I'm excited to get into it, bro. I'm doing pretty good. I don't know about you. I don't know how it is in Georgia, but it's been mad cold up here in North Carolina this week. So yeah. So I'm hoping that chill out. But besides that, though, I'm good. I can't complain, to be honest.
Yeah. It's supposed to get even colder for down here.
They was calling for snow for them days this week.
Oh,
here in North Carolina, at least. Like I think they were saying like Friday
potentially. No, I ain't seen that at all. Yeah, no.
Yeah, they were calling for like snow, and at least up this way, they were calling for snow and stuff. So I mean, we'll see, but yeah, I'm excited to get into the show tonight, man. It's a lot going on, obviously, with like coach hirings. We're gonna get into that. I'm sorry, I'm tweeting out the link now to the pod, y'all. My bad. But we're gonna talk about coach hirings. We already got 23 people in the building already, so people are really tuned in. We're gonna talk about the coach hirings, firing Mike Tomlin, step down. We're gonna talk about that tonight. NFL wildcard weekend. We're gonna talk about that too. I was at the Carolina Panthers Ram game, which I think is the first thing we're gonna jump into tonight. Cam, that was amazing. I had such a good time. We'll jump into that. And yeah, it's gonna be. We'll preview the national championship for the college football game. I believe it's Monday coming up. So we'll talk about that a little bit too. But tonight gonna mostly be heavy on the NFL and the playoffs. Honestly, it's a lot going on in the NFL right now. I'm talking about a lot. Clemson's cooking in the portal too as well, so good for Clemson. So yeah, man, we're gonna talk about a few things tonight though, but I'm excited. I'm ready to get after it. Karen, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it, man. Let's get right to it because we got a lot to get to tonight. Let's talk about the first. For one, before we even get into the playoffs, and I want to get your take on this. How did you feel about the NFC? How did you feel about the NFL playoff weekend? Because I enjoyed it. Besides the last two games, like I thought the game last night was kind of trash. I thought the Chargers and Patriots game was trash, but the other three games I thought were tremendous, or 4 games, whatever. I thought they were tremendous. Honestly, what did you think?
Yeah, I thought it was good games too. What was that? Panthers played Saturday. That was a great day because it was 2 games that day, and it was 3 on Sunday.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I thought the first, like you said, the first 4 games were really good. Mm-hmm. I mean, I feel like this year, honestly, this year has been a pretty good NFL year, in my opinion. I mean, a lot of teams, I know a lot of the best teams didn't make it, like the Chiefs and the Ravens and the Lions and them, but it's cool to see like a team like the Bears kind of come back. You know what I'm saying? The 49ers had a really good season with all the injuries that they dealt with. The Seahawks are on fire. The Rams are really good. Our Panthers made it. You know, it's a lot of good teams that really made the cut. And I thought the first 4 games proved that pretty much anybody can really win this championship because they were all close. I mean, everybody played a really good game. I don't think any team should really hold their head down other than the Steelers last night, but everybody else pretty much had and the Chargers, but everybody else had a really good game and played a really good game.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of momentum to build towards for the future. So overall, man, I've been very impressed with this whole season. And I think it's carried over into the postseason. But how about you? What you think?
Man.
Matter of fact, and when you talk about it, tell everybody your experience too this weekend.
I was just about to get into that. I'm gonna read off some of these comments first. We got Daniel Barrett, Sports Highlight. Appreciate the support. He said, "Happy Tuesday. What's up, everybody?" We got AB in the chat. He's saying, "Yo, Denzel was in Charlotte with well, he wasn't with me, but he was in Charlotte as well. What up, Denzel, man? Saturday was fun as hell. I 100% agree. We're about to get into that in a minute." AB said, "Tony, how was the atmosphere in Charlotte?" We're gonna get into that in a few seconds. But again, just to speak on the playoff games, let's talk about that a little bit. the playoff games I thought were really good. Like you said, besides like the one last night and the one on Sunday night, the rest of them I thought were really good. I was at the Panthers-Ram game. We're going to get into that in a minute. That's going to take like 5 minutes of the segment alone, just talking about the atmosphere. It was crazy outside, bro. And then that night we got Packers versus Bears, which was another cinema, another incredible game. Then we got the next day, Bills versus Jaguars. Again, another really great game, bro. Like another really good one that came down to the wire. Then we got the Eagles versus the Niners. Again, another really good game. So those 4 games I thought were amazing. The 2 ones last night and then the one on Sunday night I wasn't a big fan of. But let's get into it. Let's kind of transition into kind of what y'all, and Malik said, what's up? Let's get him in the chat too, because I'm about to get to my part now of the thing. So let's talk about what AB and what you asked about. Tony, how was the atmosphere in Charlotte? Let's talk about that a little bit, because as we all know, me and you both Panther fans. That was my first time ever going to a playoff game in my life. For one, shout out to Austin. He blessed me with a ticket to come to the game for free of charge. So salute to Austin. I want to give him his respect. Now he made my whole weekend, made my whole January low key. Like, shout out to bro for that. He was real one for that. You know what I'm saying? So definitely wanted to give him some love before we get into it.
Man, shout out to Austin, man. Always been a real one, man.
Yeah, he a real one, bro. He a real one. He didn't have to be that kind to me, bro. That was tremendously kind to him. So I appreciate him for that. I told him I owe him too. But yeah, man, let me get to the atmosphere though. As we know, the Panthers hadn't hosted a playoff game in 10 years, bro. You know, we went 8 years ago against the Saints. That's when I felt like Cam had the best game of his career, in my personal opinion, and we lost down there in New Orleans. But this was the first time in 10 years that the Panthers actually hosted a playoff game. And Cam, I don't know if you was at Clemson. Were you at Clemson the year Lamar Jackson played against Deshaun Watson, 2015? They were both like top 5 ranked teams. Were you at Clemson at that time?
I was at the bottom of the hill on the fence, bro. I was watching the game.
You were at Clemson doing that. You were a Clemson student during that time.
Bro, I caught a touchdown myself. That's how close I was to the game, bro.
Oh, really? Okay. So you were at that game live, the Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson. I was as well. Yeah. And it's been over a decade now. But if you can remember that night in Death Valley in Clemson, it was a very similar feeling in Charlotte the whole day, though. Like, the atmosphere was crazy. You could tell that. I always say the Louisville versus Clemson game in 2015 to me is a top 10 college football game of all time in my eyes. In a lot of people's eyes, they think that's a top 10 college football game of all time. The atmosphere in Charlotte on Saturday, I would put that at number 1. Charlotte was right here. I'm being dead serious. It was right here. It was close. Seriously. The atmosphere was absolutely spectacular. It almost gave off like a college atmosphere. You could tell the city of Charlotte was hungry. They was just excited to be there. Everybody was just outside, smiling, drinking, high-fiving. Everybody was just happy to even be involved. You know, Panther fans showed out in droves. I would say like 95% of the stadium. You know, Panthers have had an issue where, you know, people come take over their stadium. Not on Saturday. That stadium was like 90% Panther fans. You know, now the Rams don't have a big fan base, but still though, Panthers fans was completely running the show. The atmosphere before the game, the Cam Newton vibes, it was crazy. The city was lit. Even people that you could tell people was out there that don't even support like football and the Panthers, but they was even out there showing love and supporting. It was incredible, bro. I mean, it was one of the best environments I've ever been in my life. Like I just told you, the Clemson-Louisville game, Lamar Jackson versus Deshaun Watson is 1. Panthers 2026 playoffs right there. Like literally, that's how crazy it was. Now let's get to in the stadium. Cam, there were a few times the stadium popped. One time the stadium popped before the game even started. Because guess who? Superman himself. When Superman walked out that tunnel,
Superman was in the building.
Cam, it was incredible, bro. I had never seen anything like that before. The crowd literally popped before the game even started. Denzel was there. He'll attest to this. He was there. The stadium popped before the game even started with the Cam thing. Then the game, let's get into the game now a little bit more in the atmosphere of it. The game was so good. The Panthers got down 14-0. I was telling Austin, I was like, it's Jover. We're not. Because I watched the Rams. That's my second favorite team. So I'm like, it's over. We ain't coming back today. And the Panthers just kept fighting, which we'll get into that in a second. They kept fighting. Jalen Coker coming out party. We'll jump into that in a minute. I'm going to tell you, Cam, the stadium shook about 3 times. Chills was there too. Shout out to Chills. He's in the comments as well. I didn't get to get up with Chills, bro. It was so much going on. I didn't get to get up with Chills or Denzel or anybody. But the atmosphere was crazy, bro. The stadium shook about 3 times. I'm going to tell you the 3 times it shook. Yeah. When Bryce Young ran that touchdown before halftime, the stadium shook. That was the first time I ever felt a stadium shake. Like that, I'm gonna be honest with you. We're Clemson fans. We've been at Clemson games. I almost want to say that stadium got louder than Clemson when Bryce scored that touchdown. I'm gonna tell you the second time the stadium popped when Mike Jackson made that pick.
Oh boy,
that stadium erupted. It was incredible. I mean, and they said they were talking about it on TV how good the Panther fans was doing. I obviously I was at the game, so I didn't know, and you could probably attest to that. They were saying like, I guess allegedly, that Panther fans like showed up in droves and like we did a really good job. That's what they were saying on TV allegedly, and you felt it. You felt it in the atmosphere.
It was rocking the TV.
Yeah, that's what I heard. And I heard it was rocking. It was loud in there, bro. Yeah. It felt like a Clemson game. I told my dad that I was like, it felt like a Clemson game, like real talk. It felt like a Clemson game. I'm not even gonna lie. It was loud as hell in there, and Clemson's one of the probably top 15 loudest stadiums in the country.
Yeah. For sure.
And Panthers was might have been louder. I'm gonna be honest with you, with less people. It was crazy in there, bro. When Jalen Coker got that big catch right before the fourth quarter, the stadium erupted. That's the loudest I ever heard that stadium get. And when he scored that touchdown in the corner end zone, that too, because at that point we really thought we were gonna win.
Yeah.
We really thought we were gonna win. We were like, oh fuck, we're about to beat the LA Rams. That's what me and Austin kind of thinking at this point. Like, dude, we're gonna pull this off. We got a game next week, which why the loss was even more heartbreaking, which we'll talk about in a minute. But I just wanted to spend like 5 minutes just talking about the atmosphere. It was one of the best sporting atmospheres. It was definitely number 2, and it honestly competes with number 1. I'm not gonna lie. It was a tremendous atmosphere. I had such a great time. It almost made me want to move back to Charlotte. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, that's how great the atmosphere was on Saturday. It was tremendous. Now, let's jump into the game. And I'll let you talk a little bit because I done ran my mouth for the last 5 minutes. What did you think? Just in general, what did you think of the game? What did you think of the Panthers? What did you think? I just want to hear your synopsis.
Man, I don't know. I'm thinking about what you said because all of that gave me chills again. That game was,
if you were there, it almost got me emotional. Like, I talked about this several times on Twitter. Like, I was so proud of our fan base. They showed up in droves. The fans did their part. They really did. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that was the loudest. Now, I went to the games in 2015, but I wasn't there. Like, I went to the Houston game where Cam Newton did the flip. That was at the beginning of the season. Me and my dad went to that game. But I didn't go to like when we was like 14-0, and I didn't go to none of those games. But that feeling
in that return game, right?
You said what?
Weren't you there? I said you was at the return game, weren't you? 2021.
Yeah, I was at the return game 2 and 21. Yeah, I was there at the return game as well. Or 22, whichever year it was. I was there for that too. But that don't even compare to this. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, and Chills I think Chills was at the return game too.
He was there, I think. Yeah,
at the Cam Newton return. The atmosphere at this game was better than that. Like, it smoked that out the water. I'm gonna be honest with you. It was crazy, bro. I had never experienced anything like that besides the Clemson game with Lamar Jackson. That's the only thing near that I've experienced that was like Saturday night. And again, I got to get the Panthers credit. They did a tremendous job getting all the former players involved. It was kind of crazy because Jalen Coker had that big play that got us in the red zone on right before the fourth quarter, and then literally right after that, Steve Smith comes bang the drum. Musa Muhammad comes and bang the drum. Jake DeLone comes and bang. So it was like it was crazy. Like the Panthers did a tremendous job. Like they did a really good job. But my bad, I didn't mean to cut you off, but it was crazy, bro. It was wild.
Oh, you good. You good. I'm glad to hear it, man. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself for real.
Yeah,
man.
it was incredible.
Glad they showed out, man. Because
Yeah.
that was a good game. It was good to watch at home, man. Like I said, they was rocking. Like I could tell it was live up in there.
It was,
you know what I'm saying? Bro. Like they was rocking, man. And I was proud too. I was just proud of the team overall. I thought they did a really good job. They played well offensively, at least.
I mean, defensively too.
Let me tell you. Jalen Coker and Mike Jack extend them boys today.
Immediately, man. Yeah.
Extend them. Let me tell you, Mike Jackson. First of all, he should have been a Pro Bowler. He should have been. Mike Jack had an incredible year for the Panthers. Jalen Coker, next year ain't no competitions, no kind of roster shakeups. It's wide receiver 2, Jalen Coker.
Yeah.
All right. There's no. I don't want to hear about no Xavier Leggett. I don't want to hear about no Jimmy Horn Jr. I don't want to hear about no Hunter Renfro. You know what I'm saying? It's Teteroa McMillan, Jalen Coker, and then at wide receiver 3, do whatever you want to. Find somebody. Go find me somebody or something. But that's what I want to see. Incredible job by the Panthers, to be honest with you. Thought Dave Canales called a really good game. Yeah. I mean, it was just a really good. This is what playoff football is supposed to be.
Absolutely.
Right? You shouldn't be getting out there getting dogged out. You shouldn't leave the game with your head hanging low, wondering, man, what in the world just happened. Everybody that played in that game should be really proud. Yeah. And I like what guys like Derek Brown and Canales have said since then. They said, this is what we want the standard to be in Carolina. Yeah. We want that's the standard. It's not the expectation. That's the standard. All right. And I like that because I feel like that means that they serious about winning. You know what I'm saying? They serious about moving the franchise forward. So overall, man, I thought it was a really good game. It was really heartbreaking, but at the end of the day, I was also proud too. So I couldn't even. I told somebody, I said, this is probably, that's probably the proudest I've been of Carolina since they went to the Super Bowl. That's probably the most heartbreaking that I've been since they've been to the Super Bowl. And that's good though. I'll take that over 5-11, 5-11, 5-11, or 5-12 now, 5-12. You know what I'm saying? 6-11 with Matt Rule and 2-14, 2-15 with Frank Wright. You know what I'm saying? I'll take that. This is what I want. You know what I'm saying? Next year, I need 9 or 10 or whatever, but you got to get into the playoffs. You got to do it again next year. Just because we happy about it this year don't mean that's enough. We need it consistently now. This is the standard moving forward. So, like I said, I was just really excited, really happy for them, man.
Yeah, honestly, man, same sentiment. I talked about it on Sunday. I was so proud of the team. I literally was so proud of them because that was a game against a Hall of Fame quarterback. Let's be honest, a Hall of Fame coach as well, a Hall of Fame wide receiver in Devontae Adams, a soon-to-be Hall of Fame wide receiver in Puka Nacua, because that boy is a dog. I mean, this is one of the best teams in the NFL, bro. And the Panthers were right there in the game with them. I thought Bryce Young did a lot of good things. I'm fully on the Bryce Young train now. Let's give him the 5th-year option and let him learn and kind of just go from there. I don't think he needs to get no contract yet, but he showed me something in the biggest game in his career so far in the NFL. When we needed it most, Bryce wasn't the issue. He put up 30-something plus points against, what was the score? 34-31, right?
Yeah.
He put up 30 plus points against one of the better defenses in the NFL, bro. Like, I'm not mad at him at all. Again, Mike Jack, pay him whatever he need to get paid. Cam, that was one of the best performances I've seen of a cornerback in my life. And you got to use context because you got to see who he was guarding against.
Yeah, he was going,
Puka, Adams, he was locking both of them boys up every time he lined up on them. JC even got cooked a few times by Puka. I don't think I seen Mike Jack get cooked one time, and that was the one reception he gave up on the last drive because he was too far back. Besides that, Mike Jackson played an A+ game, bro. That game's not even close if we don't have Mike Jackson. Pay that man. Jalen Coker, I'm sniffing on, bro. I'm telling you. Coke boys, bro. Coke
what I said,
boys, bro. Like,
young enough to still sell dope, but old enough that I knows better.
Coke boys, bro. Coke
yeah, man.
boys. Real Spill Holyfield, Coke boys. Like, not gonna lie, like, I'm proud. I'm real proud of him. Like, I've been a Coke boy supporter since he got here. So I wanted him in the draft, like early. I was like 4th, 5th round. I'm cool with it. So when
I remember people saying, I remember that because I remember people.
I wanted him early.
People was high on him in the draft,
and he's performed better than except Isaiah Simmons. Somebody in the chat said it. That the stadium erupted on that too. Okay, I was in the 4th quarter when we blocked that kick. The stadium went crazy. Isaiah Simmons, your twin, he's got to get back on the team somewhere.
Bring him back.
He's got to be back on special teams at least minimum. Like, he ain't got to be no starter or something, but a special teams guy, yes, he needs to be back. He needs to be back on special teams 100%. Not gonna lie, he needs to be back on special teams. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much that. Like, he needs to be on special teams. He needs to be back on there. And as a Panther fan today, I'm really proud of them. Like, I left that stadium sad because, bruh, it was so heartbreaking to watch that touchdown go in with 37 seconds left. I was like, dang.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It was like the stadium got pitch
quiet.
Like, I'm talking about, you could hear a pin drop. Like, it was bad, bro. And the crazy thing, I got to give Stafford credit. Stafford said, let's go take these guys' hearts. And that's exactly what he did, too. Because I'm talking about when I seen that touchdown to Higbee, I was like, damn. Like, or whoever that was, he threw that touchdown to. I was
Parkinson.
Like, wow. I was sad,
Kobe Parkinson.
Because we really thought we was going to win, bro. Like, bro, when I tell you the stadium was rocking, we really thought we was going to win. And the thing was, the Panthers didn't play their A game. Trevor Etienne fumbled. Bryce threw a pick, a miscommunication with him and Coker. Nick Scott got burnt down the middle a couple of times. Yeah, bro, like we had a chance, bro, and we really thought we was about to pull off the upset because, you know, all week we heard the Panthers don't deserve to be here. They don't deserve a home game. For y'all people saying that, shut up. If you didn't see what happened on Saturday and you didn't see that game on Saturday and you didn't see that atmosphere on Saturday and you don't say you want to see that again at some point in the playoffs, shut up, bro. That was fun. That was tremendous. And the Panthers definitely deserve to be there. Definitely. It was a good game, though, man. It was a good game. I thought, like you said, I thought Canales I thought Canales was really good. I thought Canales played a good game. Man, this is the one game that I think out of all the games we talk about this weekend, and maybe the Jaguars could say the same. I think the Panthers should walk out that game, and the Rams should walk out that game with their heads held high. Both teams. Rams, y'all won, and y'all still got stuff to work on. But the Panthers, you wasn't even supposed to be there, and you was 30 seconds away from winning the whole thing.
Everybody made it seem like y'all was about to get blued out.
You know what I'm saying?
10 and a half point underdog.
So Panthers shouldn't. I feel like the hope is really, and we'll get into this maybe next week more on the Panthers, but I feel like a couple more pieces, and I think the Panthers, if they make the right moves this offseason, I think they should probably pick to win the NFC South, bro. Again,
I'm gonna tell you what the right moves is gonna be. I'm gonna tell you what the right moves is gonna be.
Yeah.
All right. Number one, you gotta get a linebacker, bro.
Yeah,
That's number one. You got it. Actually, no, I take that back. You got to get two linebackers.
And
you got to get two linebackers.
Yeah.
Number two, you got to get an edge. Matter of fact, you need to get a couple of edges.
Yeah.
All right. Matter of fact, let me back this up.
One big guy.
Let me back this up. Number one, you need to get out that stinking 3-4, and you need to get right.
I ain't gonna do that because Evero ain't going nowhere.
But you got to get right, man. You got to work on that, man. Find a way to work on that with some real edge rushers. Get some linebackers. If you're gonna run a 3-4, you gotta have linebackers, though.
You gotta have linebackers. That's
what you gotta have linebackers. That's like the most important position almost in the 3-4. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have linebackers, man. Outside linebackers, inside linebackers. You need all of that. That's the two biggest things. You need a wide receiver 3. And I want Dave Canales, you got to unleash Bryce Young and you got to start letting him throw it. Because the Panthers, we played so much better when he was actually throwing the ball.
Throwing that rock.
All right?
Yeah.
We play better when you throw it. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell you another sneaky need that we need, and that's a tailback. I've been saying this for a while now. We need a running back, and I'm talking a legit running back. Rico is gone. We need somebody that can catch passes out the backfield because Chuba can't do it, and I don't trust Trevor Etienne at all.
And I don't trust Brooks to stay healthy, to be real.
Man, everybody
trying to hype up Brooks, and I'm like, dude, he ain't been healthy for 2 years now.
It ain't happening, y'all. It ain't happening, y'all. I promise, it's just not happening. He's been in the league. What's his year? What, 2?
This is gonna be year 3 coming up.
This about to be year 3.
He ain't played but 4 snaps or something like that.
He got 22 yards in the NFL and 2 knee injuries. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Every 10 yards, his knee tear. Come on, y'all. Yeah. It's not happening. I'm just saying that's literally that's his stat.
Hey, you ain't right, bro.
That's his stats.
Hey, you not right, bro. You ain't right.
That's his stats. Every 10 yards, he got 22 yards.
Bro, you not
and 2
right,
ACL injuries.
Dog, you ain't right, bro. But I mean, you're right.
I'm about to say, am I wrong?
Yeah,
I'm trying to be funny.
But yeah.
He got 22 yards and 2 knee injuries. That's you can't bank on that. Imagine, think about it. We always make fun of the Falcons and Michael Penix for having 3 ACL injuries and everybody saying that they ain't got no quarterback. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got no running back because he got 2 ACL injuries. So it's the same difference. It's the same difference.
Hey, you in the comments. AB said, "Damn, Cam, you ain't have to do him like that." But he right though. I'm kind of with you, bro. I'm not really believing in the. I'm not really like people telling me to get Jonathan Brooks. Oh, Jonathan Brooks next up, man. I'm kind of with you, bro. Like it's gonna be year 3 and he ain't played but 2 snaps because his ACL keep going.
He got 9 carries, bro, in his career. It's about to be year 3, and we're banking on somebody with 9 career carries, bro.
Yeah,
with two knee injuries. That's what I'm saying. Like it's
me too. So it's likely to go out again.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to rag on bro. I'm not trying to say that
he had 3 ACL tears. You remember?
And he came back. So I'm praying that the same thing happens for Jonathan Brooks, but it's just. We can't bank on that though. You can't bet on it. You know what I'm saying? The odds say his career is cooked. You know, that's what the odds say. Now, if he defy the odds and he beat the odds and he become, what we need him to be, and that's a do it all, every down back, then okay.
I didn't like that pick when we did it. I was like, ain't he coming off an ACL tear?
Yeah, but I liked it because I thought he was a good back in that draft class. I really did. But I didn't.
He was good back, but the injuries is what scared me.
When he tore it again, When he tore it again, I was like, oh, that's a wasted pick at this point. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm not trying to disrespect, bro, or nothing like that. I'm just talking objectively from a football standpoint, not from a person standpoint. I'm just talking from a football standpoint. At this point, it's a wasted pick. And I didn't like the Trevor Etienne pick because I didn't think he was that good to begin with. And as you can see, to me, he hasn't really done much. I know some people say
we'll give him some time, but yeah.
To me, I know some people say he's been good in special teams, like on kickoff returns and stuff like that. But I ain't seen it, bro. I need somebody that's gonna hit that whole pause. That's what I need. You know what I'm saying? I need a do it all. I need another. I'm telling you, T. If the Panthers, even with this team that's currently constructed, just like this, if they had a Bijan Robinson, they win 10 or 11 games, bro.
Yeah.
They win 10 or 11 because how many times have we seen Chuba stumble trying to catch a pass out the backfield?
He dropped a pass on 4th down in the game. There you go.
Yeah, it was terrible. And then Rico Dowdle is cooked. His whole he just fell off a cliff completely.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying?
But imagine he too busy going back and forth with Lil Rocket now on Twitter. Hey, Rico Dowdle too busy going beefing with Lil Rocket Nas, bro.
And the funny thing is, he posted that little chart. Like that chart made him look better than what he. Like that chart made you look terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, that chart said you was trash. It said the chart basically said that before the line of scrimmage, you're not good. and after you get touched, you go down immediately. Like you probably didn't cost yourself $1 million for next season.
And
you
you
know?
essentially sneak this your O-line and going out the door too. So
Yeah.
I don't know. That's crazy.
So
But yeah, I agree. I think the Panthers need to do a few things, but I was proud of them though overall.
Yeah.
And we'll jump into more like going forward about what the Panthers need to do and all that stuff over the next couple weeks. But yeah, it was just funny. They was talking about Lil Rocket Nasa on they was talking about him on the on the radio show. I said, bro, that boy Rocket though went viral, bro. I said, boy, that boy Rocket though went viral because of Rico Dowdle, bro. Oh man, that junk had me weak, bro.
I agree with Rocket.
Rico, but he was right though. Lil Rocket, that's my boy. I fool with him. He was right though.
I agree with him because
he ain't did nothing.
No, Rico was. I mean, he was terrible after week 10 or whatever that little chart he posted was. Yeah, it kind of reminded me of what's that boy name that used to play for Atlanta, the edge rusher that hated himself. What was his name? Was it Taco Charlton or something like that? What was that boy name? Remember they drafted? It was Tat McKinley. That's him.
Tat McKinley. That's him.
Tat McKinley. You remember? He started beefing with Falcons fans, but he was basically saying he was like the Falcons suck because they paid me a bunch of money and I'm not even a good football player. You remember that?
Yeah,
it was something ridiculous, but that's pretty much what Rico was doing. I was like, bro, you shooting yourself in the foot, bro.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, man, but I had a good time. It was fun. Let's move on to the other playoff games. We can just hit on those shortly. I thought the Bears, again, I kind of missed the first half of it because I was still in Charlotte. So I'm not going to act like I seen every play. I did see the end of it, though, on my phone. Like the last, quarter and a half. I came in, middle of the third quarter, I think. But again, I mean, the Bears were down 21-3. And they just come waltzing back. Again, they just did that to them a month ago, right? It was the same score. And they talking about giving LaFleur an extension, I heard. And I'm like, an extension? I'd be talking about potentially firing this guy. I'm not gonna lie. You blew 2 big leads that essentially costed us a home playoff game to the same team within a month.
The rivals, no less.
The biggest rivals.
Yeah, the rivals, no less. That's tough.
I don't know. And if people like John Harbaugh can get fired or let go or whatever, I mean, LaFleur shouldn't be no safe. I'm gonna be honest with you, but Floor's yours.
The way I see it, because I like LaFleur, but the way I see it is that I'm kind of with you at this point. If Mike Tomlin and John Harbaugh don't have a job in 2026, then or at this moment in time, then ain't nobody really safe. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's really safe. So, and I think LaFleur is kind of in that situation with Mike McCarthy a couple years ago with the Cowboys. He wasn't horrible to the point where they felt like, man, we need to fire him, but they also really wasn't itching to extend, bro. And I think we'll get a notification here probably tomorrow about LaFleur saying they might actually fire him. They might actually do it. Yeah, I think we're gonna get a notification.
Honestly, I thought they were gonna do it this weekend, Monday.
Yeah, I don't think they should, but I think they will. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I'm not. You remember I said it a couple years ago with the Cowboys and McCarthy. I was like, he probably don't deserve to be fired, but at the same time, he don't deserve to be extended. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's kind of a similar situation. It's like you can't really, you know what I'm saying? You can't really extend nobody.
You know what we talked about off camera, right? Have you go? You know my situation. Have you ain't going?
Yeah.
If you saying if you're gonna lose one more game, we're gonna fire you.
Don't let him.
You know what I'm saying?
Might as well do it.
Might as well go ahead and fire him. You know?
That's what I'm saying. If you on the fence, you know my philosophy. If you on the fence about
that's why I think they should fire. Matt LaFleur, in my opinion.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I feel like they should because of what you told me a week ago.
Right. Think about it. I mean, you got first and foremost, this is an incredible time to need a head coach because it's a lot of good candidates.
A lot of good coaches out.
It's a lot of good candidates. So you might as well roll that dice. I mean, there's really yes, you lose somebody who, in my opinion, is a really good head coach. You do lose that, but I was watching TV earlier today.
What has LaFleur really done since Aaron Rodgers has walked out the building? Really nothing.
I mean, they
and even
they
when he was there, he really ain't do much.
They still afloat though. They keeping it afloat though. That's the thing. They doing enough.
Like having some NFC title appearances, I'd be like, all right. Even divisional, a good bit, I'd be like, all right. Yeah. They're getting booted like first round most of these years.
Well, they was close last year. They beat the Cowboys first round
last year, didn't they?
Yeah, and it was they barely, because you remember they barely
blew out the Cowboys. That
was last year.
That was last year. Okay.
Yeah, they barely lost to the 49ers the week after that.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, they was close. Well, hold on. Was that last year? No, that wasn't last year.
2 years ago, bro. Because I was still living in Atlanta. That was 2 years ago.
Yeah, that wasn't last year. Because last year was the year that what's it called? The Commanders came through and was sweeping
folks. Out of nowhere, right?
Yeah. Was that last year?
That was 2 years ago. I was about to say, I know I ain't tripping.
Who did the Commanders play? Did the Commanders make the NFC Championship game last year?
Yes.
And they played the Eagles.
The Eagles, right.
And the Eagles beat who before that? They beat.
You remember because it was snowing.
They beat the Rams?
Yeah, that was in the playoffs last year. They beat the Rams. I know that for a fact. Yeah. Because I remember it was snowing. That's when Jared
Hurts made it last year.
So his team took from what's that boy name? Jalen Carter.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Last year, I remember that.
So that was 2 years ago. The Packers came through and blew them.
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, I don't know then. I don't know, man.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm like, bro. To me, he should kind of be on the fence at least.
But see, my thing is LaFleur gonna be one of them hot names though. If he get fired, I mean he
gonna get not at all. He'll definitely be a hot name, but I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. I just feel like he ain't the one to get that team over the hump, in my opinion.
Maybe not. I say so. Here's my thing with it. So I was watching TV earlier today, and they made a good point where they was like, when it comes to like play calling, he probably second to none. It might be two dudes. Sure. It might be two dudes you would take over him when it comes to play calling. But they were saying the actual game management part, he probably needs some help. They would say he needs some help, and I think I agree. But see, the thing is, like, I want some of these coaches to stop getting fired because for us, Atlanta probably the second best destination in the league right now. Third now with the Steelers opening. They might even still be number 2 over the Steelers because they got pretty much everything in place but quarterback. And so I'm thinking like a guy like LaFleur, you know what I'm saying? He mess around and get fired by the Packers. His backup quarterback is a free agent now. He mess around and bring his backup with him to Atlanta. We in some trouble because now you got at least, if we projecting Malik to be what he was that one game against against the Ravens when he had a really good game, about 250 yards, 3 touchdowns or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
If he's just that type of dude with a Bijan Robinson and a Drake London, and potentially if they re-sign Kyle Pitts, which they should, it's scary hours in the South, bro. So that's why I'm saying I don't want too many of these head coaches to get fired because Atlanta should be pretty much near the top of everybody's list.
I'm low-key scared about Harbaugh and Tomlin to Atlanta. Low-key.
Stefanski, bro.
And shoot, even dude from Miami too, because he know how to call offense. Stefanski too. So
that's what I'm saying. It's too many good coaches. Because I don't think there's really only a few head coaches that have been fired in this cycle that I'm like, okay, them dudes was sorry. They should have went. You know what I'm saying? Pete Carroll's one of them dudes. But I mean, almost outside of that, Jonathan Gannon maybe. But outside of that, everybody else was a good coach that got fired.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
I forgot the Titans job is still open.
So I seen a report earlier that the Titans actually is a sneaky place for a John Harbaugh, man.
Really?
Yep. And the reason is because they got a bunch of cap space and they got Cam Ward.
I mean, the Cam Ward thing, yeah, I understand, but that team is putrid. But I mean,
but see,
who knows?
you got to think too. In a situation for like a John Harbaugh, he gets a chance to kind of come in and have his way. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody in that Titans organization has sniffed the amount of success as a John Harbaugh. You know what I'm saying? So he can kind of come in and say, look, man, I'm about to rebuild this roster right now from head to toe, and I'm gonna do it my way with a bunch of cap space. We coming in, you know what I'm saying? He got a bunch of opportunity there versus if he go to a team like in Atlanta that's already strapped for cap space. They ain't really got much right now, I don't think. You know what I'm saying? With no quarterback situation, he kind of coming in there for a team that's pretty much already built. That was like we said last week, that was pretty much already built by Raheem and Terry. You know what I'm saying? So Harbaugh coming to the Atlanta situation, he don't have as much flexibility because he don't have as much cap space. Now they got a lot of players that's, under contract and everything, so they should be straight. But when you go to the Titans, you pretty much got a blank slate and a quarterback.
Yeah.
So it's intriguing.
He can build a team he won't with the Titans. That's a fact.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
I still think the best place for him is New York.
New York Giants. Yeah, I kind of agree.
I think because you got a quarterback and you got a city that's desperate for some kind of wins. I feel like you got a really talented offensive roster, really talented. I mean, you got a talented team
up front.
Yeah, you got a talented squad in New York.
And they probably got a little bit of cap space too, because ain't nobody really getting paid like that besides Brian Burns
and Dix.
And that's about it. Dix and Andrew Thomas. That's it. Anybody on that team getting checks like that. So yeah, I definitely agree.
He can go in there, draft a wide out first round, because I think that's what they're gonna do next to Neighbors. And I mean, you rolling, man.
Yeah. Well, we already gotten to the coaching carousel stuff a good bit, but we're gonna jump into it a little more shortly. But we pretty much done kind of hit some of the stuff we want to talk about though with that. Let's go back to the playoff games. Let's talk about your boy Josh Allen and the Jaguars. They got Josh Allen got a win over Jacksonville. Tell me how you feel about that.
Knew the league was gonna do it. Nah, I'm just kidding. I thought, man, it was a good game, bro. The Jags, man, they good, man. They really good too. I
kind of feel like they should feel like the Panthers. Like,
yeah,
I feel like even though they lost, I mean, I picked them to lose. I expected them to lose. So I feel like they should still be like. Now, Trevor Lawrence need to play a little better than what he did the other day ago. But I feel like overall, season wise, I feel like they should be proud of themselves. Like, I feel like they went from 4-13 to 13-4. Like, that's tremendous. Like, you had a really good season this year. I think you're heading in the right direction. Like, that's at least my take on it. But yeah.
Yeah. I thought Trevor played good, man. I mean, he was dotting up. He did a good job to what was that, Parker Washington?
Yeah, him and Parker Washington was cooking. Now they was
lined up.
Yeah.
They was lined. I'm curious as to what's going on with Brian Thomas Jr. because he kind of was a no-show this year, man. Like with all the weapons that the Jags supposedly have, I mean, he's supposed to be the primary dude, but he kind of seems like Parker Washington had a much better playoff game. Travis Etienne had a strong season, kind of carried him throughout the year. And then Brenton Strange had a good season. Jacoby Myers, they traded for him. So I'm curious as what's going on with the Brian Thomas Jr. situation, because it seemed like he kind of fell a little bit in the offense. I don't know if it's just a sophomore slump or what, but because last year he was like a top 10 wide receiver in the game off the rip.
Yeah, he was. This year he didn't get 700 yards.
Huh? Yeah.
He didn't get 700 yards.
Yeah. So I thought I didn't know. I don't know what's going on with that. But at the same time, the Jags seem like they're better off for it. So don't know what that's going to mean for him in his future, but with the organization. And then you got Travis Hunter coming back. So I think the Jags got a lot of, they got a bright future ahead of them. But like me and you say, we say this all the time about just about every episode. No team that arrives early, they ain't gonna go nowhere, in their first season. You know what I'm saying? The Jags just arrived too early. Next year, we'll talk about winning a game or two, but nah, we knew what was gonna happen.
Yeah. Let's talk about the Eagles and the Niners real quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, in my personal opinion, I've been telling you for weeks, I don't really think the Eagles are that good. I've been telling you, and they fired their offensive coordinator today too, Kevin Patolo or whatever
Kevin
his name
Patullo.
is, which is needed. He sucks. AJ Brown, I think he played his last down in Philly, in
Yeah,
my
he's
personal
done.
opinion.
Done.
I think he's done there. I've been telling you all year, I just don't see it with the Eagles. Like I just never seen it with them. I never thought, like, oh yeah, this team's finally getting it. Like, no, they were not good. Like, yeah, they were 11-5 or 11-6, whatever. But a lot of that was because their schedule was easy, and like they wasn't really that good, to be honest with you. Like they struggled through a lot of their games. I'm not surprised they lost that game at all. I thought the Niners were the better team. And shout out to the NFC West, 3 teams in the final,
In the Final Four.
four of the NFC.
Yeah,
That's pretty impressive.
that's crazy,
So that's
right?
all I got to say about that game, really, overall.
Yeah,
Christian McCaffrey's an absolute dog, by the way, too. But yeah.
yeah. I think I think the Eagles. So this is Jalen Hurts' fifth offensive coordinator in 5 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Eagles offense always looks different every single year. He definitely needed to be fired because what Kellen Moore had them doing last season was outstanding. It was tremendous. And then this year, I mean, it was a massive step back. My issue though, and I think we're gonna talk about this with the coaching carousel here in a minute, is so I think the next season, I was thinking about this earlier. I would not be surprised if the Eagles have another year like this. I would not be surprised if Sirianni is gone, bro, next
Yeah,
season.
me either.
Because I feel like, and I know they just won the Super Bowl last season, so it's a bit of an overreaction, but they did this the year before though. You remember that? They
Yeah.
did the same exact thing the year before. They weren't good. They had too talented of a roster. And they just, I mean, I don't know if it was, maybe it's just they just had another Super Bowl slump or something. But at some point, this team needs to be in perennial contention. And like you said, we all were kind of out on the Eagles a long time ago. And despite the record, and despite being the third seed or whatever, we just knew that they weren't gonna be around very long. We knew they weren't going back to the Super Bowl this year. So decisions need to be made. Don't be surprised, and we'll talk about it when the coaching carousel comes up, but don't be surprised if next year Mike Tomlin is a Philadelphia Eagle.
Yeah. Same
Because I think he's
state.
taking a year off.
Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna get into that in a minute. Somebody said how many OCs, Malik said how many OCs have Jalen Hurts had in Philly? This is 6, right? This will be his 6th.
Yeah. Actually, I think this is his so they've had 5 in the last 5 years, but he had so Doug Peterson
Sirianni
was
for
the
2,
play
right?
caller before. Doug Peterson was the one play caller
Okay.
before. So
But did
really this is
not Sirianni? What's my boy at Colts? Did he have him for 2 seasons?
Shane
Steichen?
Steichen. Yeah.
So he's had
So
what, 6?
So he had Peterson for 2. Or no, Peterson for 1, excuse me.
For 1, yeah.
Steichen for 2. And then Brian Johnson for 1 or 2. And then Kellen Moore, Kevin Patullo. So this will be number 6.
Yeah, this will be his 6th
Yeah.
one.
6 in 6 years. So
that's crazy.
And that's why, and it's tough because for a quarterback, and I mean, really for the entire offense, the offensive line took a step back this year because you got different offensive coordinators every year. They're telling you to do different things. It's hard, man. It's hard. There's no consistency there. And I have to, excuse me, I will give the entire team some credit. Howie Roseman, Sirianni, Hurts, all of them dudes. I'll give them credit for at least being good the last, 5 years or whatever with all of this change on offense. But at the same time, you got to have consistency.
Yeah.
If you want to stay consistent in winning championships. So, yeah.
No, I agree. Let's touch on the more boring games. We can just touch on it real quickly. Chargers and I'm gonna be honest, Chargers and Patriots was a snooze fest to me. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't really care. I really didn't think neither team really played great, honestly, in my opinion. But obviously, Chargers, they go ahead and lose. Patriots get the win and they advance on. How do you feel about that?
ain't nobody. I feel like nobody's surprised, bro. This is the
Yeah.
Chargers, bro. This is literally the story of their
Didn't I
whole
tell
entire
you that?
franchise.
I told you when
Yeah,
you picked them to win last week. I said
yeah,
Falcons of the West Coast.
yeah. I mean, this is them, man. This is the Chargers, bro. Nobody's surprised. They did fire Greg Roman today. I don't know if you've seen that, but they fired the
Yeah, I
offensive
did. I
coordinator
seen that.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was much needed. Keep in mind, y'all, this is the same. Look, I want everybody in here right now in this chat. I want everybody to look at the Ravens. When everybody was saying Lamar stunk in the playoffs and he was this and he was that, you see what I'm saying? And now they're saying the same thing about Justin Herbert. I promise you, it's not the quarterbacks. It's got to be the offensive coordinator because he's the one. He's the same one, bro. The same dude.
Yeah.
And he didn't touch both of these dudes. And a lot of turnovers from them in the games that they played under Greg Roman. You know what I'm saying? Look at Lamar in the playoffs without Greg Roman. He done finally got some wins. He done cut down on the turnovers. He starts to play more like himself. Justin Herbert, he's going to have the same success. Depending on, I mean, of course, it depends on who the OC is. But there's going to be an uptick in his success in the postseason now that Greg Roman is gone. I promise you that. I promise. And then, like you said about the Patriots, I mean, they just, they took what the Chargers gave them pretty much. So we'll see what they do. We'll see what they do next week. I don't know who they play, but we'll see what they do. They got the dang, what's the other team in the AFC? It ain't the Bills. It's the other team that
Bills got
played.
Denver.
Yeah, what's the other team?
Patriots got
who is the third seed? Oh no, they got the Texans.
They got Texans, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. They got the Texans. So that should be yeah.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Texans, how you feel about that game?
The Texans defense is really good. Their defense is really good, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie, they got two edge rushers that can just absolutely get after it.
World beaters.
They're really good, man. Their defense is really, really good.
Let me tell you how good their defense is, bro.
Yeah.
They got arguably the best. I mean, it's inarguably the best pass rush duo in the league. They got they play 6 defensive backs. They play like 3 safeties and 3 corners at all times, and it's crazy. And they be hard hitting, bro. I mean, it's insane. And then they got the Aziz Al-Shahir dude at linebacker. I think he was a Pro Bowler this year. I mean, they just loaded, bro, on defense. So I don't know, man. The Texans might be for real, bro. If you can win, if your quarterback can play,
he's gonna be able to keep them in any game.
If your quarterback can have 6, they say he fumbled 5 times yesterday. CJ Stroud fumbled 5 times yesterday and had a interception. So if you got a quarterback that can have 3 turnovers and 2 near turnovers on top of that, 3 near turnovers on top of that, excuse me, and still win the game, come on, man.
Yeah.
Tough.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, because he had 5 fumbles, right?
5 fumbles.
And then 1
5
interception.
Fumbles and 1 interception, man.
It's crazy. Yeah, that defense is good. And they still won 30-6.
30-6, man. That's what I'm saying. Come on now. Didn't really get nothing out of the offense and still put up 30 points.
That's wild.
Tough.
Let's go ahead and move on into the coaching carousel thing. Because we've already kind of talked about it a good bit anyways. Tomlin steps down today. And steps away and after 19 years in Pittsburgh. For one, what's your thoughts? For 2, where do you think he's going? Or where you think would be the best fit? Which you kind of already touched on this, but just floor is yours.
Yeah. So I think him stepping, it was the right decision, in my opinion. It was time. I'm proud of him, to be honest with you. I'm glad he didn't get fired. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm glad he kind of stepped away on his own
terms.
Yeah. I think that was really good for him. But overall, man, I think it was time, man. It just, that relationship between him and the Steelers, I mean, it's still strong, but it's like they weren't going anywhere. You know, they were stagnant. You know what I'm saying? So it was time for him to really check out and, find greener pastures, and it's time for the Steelers to do the same. I mean, they needed to. I think that's good. I think sometimes like when you break up like that, when you find a healthy what I'm saying, realize that, man, we're not going nowhere. We need to, both go in different directions. I feel like that's the best for both parties. It gives the Steelers the chance to find a new head coach and potentially even get a draft pick or two out of the situation. And it gives Mike Tomlin a fresh start, and he's still Tomlin, 53 years old, man. That's young. That's still really young for a head coach. I mean, Big Red is like 70, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. So
he's like 60 something, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, Tomlin still got, if he wanted it, still got 10, 15 more years at this thing. So he could really go to another franchise and potentially put up another run like he had with the Steelers, man. But I think that's good for him. Where do I think he fits best? So Tomlin, man, again, I think New York is a really good spot for everybody. Even though I don't like the Giants and their media and everything they got going on, they do have a stable franchise at the very least. And so I think New York would be a really good spot for him. I think Atlanta would be a really good spot for him, obviously him being a black man and everything coming down to the Mecca. I think that would be a really good move for him. Don't be surprised if, the Raiders is in play. I know they just kind of came off of a Pete Carroll, but Mike Tomlin's a different animal. And obviously you got Tom Brady, the GOAT, as your owner. I mean, that could be something serious right there. So I think really for Tomlin, he should go to, I don't want to see him go to no team like the Titans. You know what I'm saying? I don't want him to go to no Dolphins. Definitely not no Jets when they come available. No Cardinals. Like, nah, he need to be on a historic franchise, somebody that's in a big city that can attract free agents, that has good cap space, good draft capital, But all of this is coming in 2027, in my opinion, because I think in 2026 he's gonna be on TV. He ain't gonna be on Fox.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna be on Fox.
Take a year off.
Yeah, he taking a year off. He taking the Sean Payton route. He taking a year off, and he going to be on Fox, I think.
Yeah, I seen somebody leak that earlier. They think he's gonna take a year off, kind of like Sean Payton. I kind of think he said somebody he wants to be somewhere that's warm, so that already kills like Baltimore. There was a report earlier, at least, that said he wants to be there somewhere that's warm. So that already, again, takes away like Baltimore, Cleveland. Who else has openings right now? New York.
Yeah.
It takes all them. Well, that does leave you Vegas, Atlanta, Miami potentially, maybe even Nashville with Tennessee. But again, Miami's cap situation is terrible, so I don't think he goes there. The Cardinals, I forgot about them too. They just are a mess. The Raiders, I mean, maybe because you have the number one pick and you got a lot of cap space, so maybe you can make something work with Brock Bowers and all that. But Atlanta would probably, if he wants to win now, would make probably the most sense. But I feel like off what he's asking for, warmer weather, right? So I feel like Atlanta probably makes the most sense for him.
It get cold in Atlanta.
it get cold there too. Yeah, trust me. Yeah, it does. But yeah, I think that probably is the one that makes the most sense. But I don't think he goes there. I'm kind of with you. I think he takes a year off. He sits, and I think he sits. I think he sits a year and just kind of goes from there.
Let me tell you. So next year
something comes open.
Yep. Next year, I'm thinking, I already kind of said it earlier, I think Philly could be open next year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm like 99% sure the Jets going to be open next year. Don't want them to take it, but the Jets probably going to be open next year. You know what I'm saying? The Buccaneers going to be open next year. I'm pretty sure we all kind of know that Todd Bowles is cooked in Tampa, and that's kind of another situation of, if you're thinking about fire him, go on and fire him. Hey, look, Matt LaFleur contract, if they don't come to an extension and they don't fire him, it expires next season. So the Packers could be available next year. So there's a lot of different places that he could really go to, and he could find some kind of success. So and then another one that don't be surprised if Andy Reid retires next year, the Chiefs could be available.
Yeah, Chiefs could be, yeah.
So, I mean, there's a lot.
What's up with Travis Kelce? Has he announced that he's done?
I don't think so. No, okay. But he probably, I don't know if his contract expired or not. I think he'll have to get an extension or something.
Oh,
Which,
okay.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is there, but again, it's kind of like I feel like he might be trying to see what Mahomes gonna end up doing because I think they say he tore more than just his ACL right in his knee. I think he tore
Yeah.
like a couple ligaments,
Mm-hmm.
so he might actually miss a part of the
A
season
good
next
chunk of
year.
next year. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
so
beginning at least.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, also, between this episode and last one, Mike McDaniel actually officially got fired from the Dolphins.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah, he didn't.
We just
Yeah,
praised
they.
over that. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He
So
officially got fired. So yeah, man. I don't know, man. It's a lot of good openings. It's a lot of good coaches, man. I don't know. I'm excited to see what happens, man. I'm excited to see who New York gets because
same,
I think they lean in
same.
Harbaugh. I'm excited to see who Atlanta gets because we need to know for who gonna try to give us trouble the next couple years. We
Yeah.
need to see if Matt LaFleur and the Packers gonna break up. So we need to see who the Steelers gonna get. Need to see who Baltimore gonna get. Who want the Cleveland job? And it's crazy when you think about it. The AFC North, the one coach that probably should have been fired, still got a job.
Yep. Zach Taylor. I don't know how he keeps surviving.
I don't know how
I
he
don't
still
know
got a
how he
job.
keeps surviving, but he does.
It's because so the Ravens owner came out earlier and said that Lamar actually did say that a change needed to be made. But Joe
So I
Burrow
wonder was the
refuses to say
rumors
that.
true then that they were saying that Lamar didn't care for Harbaugh like that.
He might have, yeah.
Might
It
sound
might
like
be
them
true.
rumors might have been true, bro.
Might have been true. I don't know if he was saying that Harbaugh needed to be fired, but he definitely said a change needed to be made. But see, Burrow ain't doing that in Cincy. He keeps saying, run it back. And I think he need to come out and kind of say, look, man, I'm tired of coaching, doing everything for this team, man. Y'all need to bring me somebody that's, that can let me focus on the field. So I don't know, man.
Yeah. Let's touch on this real quickly, like 3 minutes. National championship game is on Monday. Indiana, Miami. I think I picked both of these teams to win. We picked Canes together. We both caned up and we picked them. And I think you picked Oregon to win, and I picked Indiana. So I went 2 for 2, and you went 1 for 2. National championship game.
I'm one for like 7 on the whole
playoffs. I know,
yeah.
We bet the Canes were gonna bring it, and they did too. That was a good game too. That was a good game between them and Ole Miss. But Indiana's just boat racing teams, man. I'm not gonna lie. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, bro. And maybe it's because they older, like their team is older.
Yeah.
But like, dude, they boat racing dudes, man. I'll go ahead and give my pick now. I think Indiana wins a national championship, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. I think Indiana wins, and it might not even be close. I'm gonna be honest with you. The way Indiana just whooping everybody, bro, we might start having them conversations about that team.
Them all-time teams, right?
Yeah, we might. Yeah. Like the way they just boat racing teams, bro. Like if they boat race Miami, bro, we might start having them conversations where they rank. Like at least in the college football playoff era, we need to start having them conversations. I'll leave it at that. But I think Indiana wins. And I don't even really know if it's gonna be close either. Like I can see it being Indiana like 31-10, because that's just the way they've been beating people this year. Like they just been whooping. And let's cut the crap. We know Kirby Smart is the best coach in college football, or whatever, accolades wise. Right now, Kirk Smitty is the best coach in college football, and it shouldn't even be a question. It shouldn't. After the last 2 years, it shouldn't even be a question. Kirk Cignetti is the best. Yes, Kirby Smart is the most accomplished, and Dabo too, actually, are the most 2 accomplished head coaches in college football. But the best coach right now at this moment is Kirk Cignetti. Let's stop the crap.
Game changer.
Yeah, let's stop the crap. But that's all I had to say, though. Floor is yours. I got Indiana winning.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you, this Hoosier team, man, it reminds me a lot of the 2015 Panthers, man. The way they just coming through, grinding, blowing teams out. Excellent quarterback play.
Yeah.
Shoot, they got the MVP, they got the Heisman winner. You know what I'm saying? They got all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And just like the 2015 Panthers, they're gonna lose in the big game.
Really?
I got Miami. Yeah, I got Miami.
So you caning up another week?
Caning up, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because again, Miami, just like the Broncos, that defense gonna be too much.
Defense is good.
That defense gonna be too much. I'm taking Miami in this game. I think it's gonna be a close one, but I got Miami
winning the national championship.
Winning the national, I think the U
without even winning the ACC. That's crazy.
It's nasty. It's nasty.
It really is.
It burns my soul because I'm one of them old school dudes that say, man, you got to win your conference to get in.
Yeah.
But they gonna win this whole thing, man, and it's nasty.
So you caning up.
I'm caning up. But let me tell you something though. I do want my Indiana to win. I just think that the Indiana sanity run is over. On
you said they have no less than
Indy sanity run, bro.
Indy sanity run, Jover. Come on now, I don't know, man. The way they whooping teams, I would agree with you if they wasn't still like whooping Ohio State, whooping who they whoop over there go Oregon. Oregon they whoop like that. Like I'm talking about they putting teams to bed, dog. Like I'm not gonna lie. That's the only reason I'm like, bro, I think Indiana might win the jump. But again, it could be a Panther situation. It could be.
Yeah.
But we gonna see because Mesidor and Bang gonna be after it, them boys.
Yeah.
They gonna be after it on Monday. So we gonna see.
You gotta think Carson Beck, I think the most experienced quarterback in the country. This is his last game. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, Bang been around for a really long time. Mesidor been around for an extremely long time, right? I mean, they got experience just like Indiana do. Both of them heavy in the transfer portal. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of experience too. But then again, you know, Indiana, they probably they do have a better quarterback and they got the better head coach. Yeah. So, and they got, you know, I like Malachi Tony a lot. You know, he could probably be ready to play in the NFL right now if he really wanted to, but Indiana got wideouts too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? This a strong matchup for real.
Yeah, it is.
I'm saying I'm sticking with them because they showed me something that first game. And like, you know,
that's why I caved up last week because I was like, oh
yeah.
Miami,
they showed me something that first game.
And they've been showing up this playoffs. I gotta give them credit because you know that was the knock on Harbaugh. I mean not Harbaugh. Cristobal was that he couldn't win big games. He doing that now. I gotta give him credit. He won the big. So we'll see. We'll see on Monday. But I'm going with the Hoosiers, man. Before we go, we gotta talk about Trae Young getting traded real quick.
Oh yeah,
because that happened the day after we got off this podcast, and you texted me and was like, "No picks is crazy." I was like, huh? "What are you talking about?" I didn't know what was going on. I literally woke up at like 6 a.m. in the morning. All I seen from Cam is no picks is crazy. I'm like, huh? I go look at my phone. First thing I see, Trae Young has been traded to the Wizards. I'm like, oh, okay, good. We finally pulled the trigger. CJ McCollum and Corey Crisper. I'm like, come on, no picks.
None.
Like, nothing like, come on. But I think the Hawks made the right move. They are 2-0 as well since Trae Young has been gone. I'm just saying. They are 2-0 since he's been traded. Take what you want from that. But they play again tonight, real late. I think they play the Lakers tonight. But yeah, again, bro, it needed to happen. Trae Young wants to go somewhere where he's gonna be, and I think this Washington move kind of tells you that man ain't caring about winning. He want to be the highest paid, and he want to be the face of the franchise, which ain't nothing wrong with that either. That don't make him no bad person. Not everybody want to win a ring, but him saying he wanted to go to Washington, that told me everything I need to know. He was never serious about winning, bro. He was never. And I'm gonna tell y'all now, for the people that want Ja Morant and LaMelo Ball and all that, do it. The trade value for them two right there gonna be just as low, cause they ain't never on the field. They ain't never on the court.
Yeah,
especially Ja Morant. I think LaMelo still got some value, but Ja, you probably gonna get him cheaper than what they got Trae.
Oh, 100%. I think any team. I think Ja gonna be cheap, man.
Yeah.
Like I think if you want Like I think if you want Ja Morant, I think you can either get by with trading because if Trae Young, Trae Young is a better player than Ja Morant at this moment in time
Exactly.
too.
At this point, he is. Yeah.
And Trae, as we said, is a complete defensive liability. Ja ain't giving you nothing really on defense, and he really ain't giving you much on offense these days.
Either, really, yeah.
So you might get by. You might, if you really made the phone call and said, "Man, I want Ja for," I mean, shoot, you might be able to get Ja for either a cheap, a mid tier player,
yeah,
or even like a rude, a late first round pick or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because in the NBA, you know, that ain't nothing, bro.
Yeah.
Like let's say you a team like, I don't know, Milwaukee or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You picking in the 20s. You ain't picking in the lottery, most likely. You picking, you probably ain't gonna be in the 20s, but you're gonna be in the mid teens.
Mm-hmm.
You can trade that pick if you have it for Ja Morant, and you probably be fine. Because I don't know who else on the roster is getting paid. Because they ain't. I mean, it's just Giannis, right?
Yeah,
so
that's it.
I don't know. I don't think nobody else getting paid with Ja getting paid, so they can probably absorb his contract too. The NBA is a little different. It's not like the NFL with absorbing contracts. It's vastly different, but still, I mean, you can. I don't know what team would. I don't even know what team would want a Ja Morant at this point. And because that was my biggest thing with Trae Young, because they said the teams that was interested was like the Celtics, the Heat, the Wizards, and I forgot the other team. Oh, the Lakers. And I texted you, and I was like, "Well, we know who that means. We know exactly where he gonna end up. Then it's got to be the Wizards because the Lakers can't afford him, and they can't afford no more defense. The Celtics not gonna put up with him not playing defense, and the Heat not gonna put up with him not playing defense. So we knew that he was gonna end up with the Wizards.
Mm-hmm.
That was really the only team because the Wizards don't care about defense themselves, and they're in desperate need of a star. So, I mean, I think it's a good trade for both sides. I just wish y'all would have got some picks
at least one, man. Golly. You couldn't get at least one?
But like I said it last week too. I was like, at the end of the day, it don't matter because you still got the Pelicans pick. So
yeah,
you know, you should be true. Okay.
And maybe that's the way the Hawks were looking at it. Like, we know we getting a top 5 pick out of them, probably regardless. So I just wish we could have got at least one pick from the Wizards, like a one first rounder at least.
You're gonna get Darren Peterson. You'll be all right.
Yeah, we're gonna see. Well, let's end it off there. Hour and 15 minutes almost. Appreciate y'all's love and support. Cam, did you have anything else before we head out?
Nah, man, good episode, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all was live in the comments, man.
Shout out to live in the comments.
Shout out to AB. Shout out to Malik. Shout out to Chills, man. TJ, Denzel. Good to see y'all every week, man. Appreciate y'all sticking with us and showing us love, man.
Who else was in the comments? I seen somebody in the building too tonight. Y'all went crazy.
Shout out to y'all, man. Yeah. We appreciate that for real, man. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand how much we appreciate that. So love y'all, man, for real.
Yep, absolutely. I echo every word Cam said. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all next week. We'll be previewing the NFC and the AFC championship games. And hopefully some of these coaches will be hired by then as well. We'll be talking about a national champion as well. So we'll be back next week. We'll holler at y'all. We'll see y'all on the next one. Y'all have a good